everyone, this is Kathy McInerney. I'm a student at ACC, and today I'm going to present to you my final project from our estimating design class. Today I am presenting to you a master bedroom renovation. This is based off of my particular bedroom, but again, all these pieces I think would definitely complement any other bedroom. Let's start with my inspirational piece, which is number 4 right here. This is our centerpiece. It's called The Great Divide, and I found that at Pottery Barn. I particularly loved this piece because of the variety of texture and the similarity in tones. I love the layering of some of the gold with the cream, and then you have some pops of color of some darker browns and blues in here. And I just thought it was a beautiful piece. It reminded me of the mountains, sun. It was just bright and airy to me, and that's pretty much what started the entire room. It was this particular piece. So as we move from my inspirational piece, which I am also using as artwork as well, it led me to number 1, which is some reclaimed wood in a whitewashed finish. I found it from an online store called oakfloors.com. I just loved the texture in the pieces, and I thought it really complemented the rest of my room. And as we progress, I think you'll see my design aesthetic develop. From there, I decided to choose a neutral paint color. It actually was drawn from this particular fabric, and we'll address that fabric afterwards. This is called Coconut Ice. Not only did I love the color, but I loved the name. I thought it was a great name. It's a Behr product, and I found that at Home Depot. As we progress over to the right, you'll see a chandelier. This is Camilla. It's a 6-arm chandelier, and I found that at Home Depot. I thought it was beautiful because not only did it have a rustic feel, but it also had an organic feel, which I thought really lent itself well to the room. And as we move down my board, we're going to come over here to the drapery. This particular drapery is a Belgian linen in a color called flax, and this is from Pottery Barn as well. In my room I have 3 windows. It's a bay window, but it faces the backyard, and it doesn't get a ton of natural light, so whatever I can do to help brighten up the room, I chose particular pieces to do that, and especially with draperies. I didn't want anything to be too heavy, so I wanted to add some lightness to everything. Plus I really like the texture of it. I think it adds another layer within my room. As we move over, I just picked a very simple bronze hardware to enhance the natural horizontal lines that I have in the room, and I thought it lent itself well in contrast to the very light color of the draperies. As we move down, this rug is from Home Decorator online again, another piece of material. I went with a very light, delicate print. I didn't want anything to really take away from the natural woods that I'm actually introducing into the room. As we move over, you'll see my favorite piece to emphasize is a barn door. I found this from Rustica Hardware. It's reclaimed wood, and I absolutely loved this particular piece, not only for the texture, but I love the variety of colors in the wood. I love the lines. Not everything is perfectly horizontal. I love how it has that brick pattern going for it. As we move on, you'll see that I have chosen a upholstered bed. Again, this is from Pottery Barn, and I picked a light color not only to go with the room, but I thought it was a beautiful fabric. It's a brushed canvas, and what I loved most about it was the nail heads in here. You can't see it, but you do have a choice of bronze, and again, I think that the bronze would really lend itself well to the rest of the pieces that I have going in this particular room. As we move over, this particular fabric would be a custom comforter. If I had more room on my board, I could have built up even more and more and more layers of color. I just love this particular teal and the soft seafoam green. I would have definitely enhanced the room with pops of color and layered that in there either through pillows or a throw. I just think the colors are beautiful and they contrast so nicely with the coconut ice. As we move down the board, I did introduce a Kirkham X base stool, which again is from Pottery Barn. I love the leather. It's distressed. I love the tufted feel to it. I think it lends itself well to the bed. These would be at the end, the footbed of the bed, and I was going to put 2 of them back there just to add some more texture and contrast. As we move over to the floor or the baseboard, I picked a nice clean horizontal classic look. This is also from Home Depot. I just love the simple lines. I just don't think I needed anything too decorative for this particular room. So I thought this was a lovely piece. And I was going to paint this in a Benjamin Moore finish of semi-gloss, and it was called Chantilly Lace. And I thought it would be a nice finish to really make the dark woods pop. 13 is another piece of material that I found at Home Depot. It is a hand-carved hickory, and I just loved the texture and the contrast of the dark and the light in this particular wood piece. I am, and as you've heard through my presentation, I love to layer textures and colors, and in my mind, even though it's in a bedroom, I still prefer solid wood. I think the finish is nicer on solid wood versus imitation wood or Pergo. I think it has almost a plastic sheen feel to it, so I would really invest personally in getting a solid hardwood floor for my bedroom. And lastly, but not least, I wanted to add a decorative border around the hardwood floor. So this chevron pattern I found online, and I just loved it. I thought it really added, again, another layer of texture. I love the introduction of the different shades of wood, and it would just really, really make this particular hardwood floor pop and make it look more one of a kind. All in all, I love this assignment because it truly is an insight to my design aesthetic. This is exactly who I am. I love these neutral tones. I love playing up layers of color, and I am a true believer in enhancing pops of color throughout my room in decorative pieces, pillows, blankets, lamps, anything I could think of that I would do. And I love this particular project because it actually went along with my other class, which was the History of Design, and I finally could label the design aesthetic that I have, which is transitional. I think it's just a mix of classical pieces, clean lines, feminine and masculine, and I just think it kind of enhances everything, and I think this particular design would really appeal to a majority of people, not only men and women. I think the introduction of leather and metals, and then you have the feminine pieces with the chandelier, the soft curved lines of the bed, and the flowers in this particular fabric, which is actually called Braymore Gorgeous Pearl Fabric. Again, I found it online, but I just thought the colors and the pattern, the print is just beautiful. It's not too big, it's not too feminine, and I really think I can add some masculine touches throughout with these dark woods. Absolutely love this project, and I'm so glad I got a chance to do that and to show you all my particular design aesthetic. Thank you so much.